Okay, and hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. Now, as out of it as I may seem today...
My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, this is where the gallows used to stand, maybe.
Well, that sounds like where we need to be, doesn't it? Maybe if we hit that one with the key? Yes? Maybe?
That sounded pretty solid.
Okay, so this one is the not readable one. But anyway, as I was saying...
3 arches, each with an inscription.
By the time this one actually comes out, we are going to be...
It was time for some brutal destruction.
Okay. I will be finishing up Indie PopCon. Actually, I should probably be on my way home from Indie PopCon by the time this one is actually...
There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall.
Published.
With a lever in the middle of it.
Okay, so now...
Here goes.
We try pulling the lever.
The secret door had jammed.
Okay.
I couldn't get through that gap.
That's fine, because now we can pick up the chain, tie it to the door, and yank the door. And, like, forcefully open it. And it is really dark in this area. I mean, like, sufficiently darker than most. Okay, so that gives us access to the lever. Hang on here. Okay, we cannot actually just open... Okay. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? What's down there?
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day. Report.
Cults.
Military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting.
What the hell is wrong with your voice, man?
Be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
That is like an accent that's like all over the place, man.
The governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
What?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors...
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a
Yeah.
when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
Okay,
I trust these historians and archaeologists
are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And
Yeah.
And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
So you get to claim an old name, but nobody else does, right?
Silence! Do I have to remind you?
Oh,
that we
dear
have a
Lord, I
sacred
hate
duty?
cults.
A trust. When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now, we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short.
Oh,
we need
yeah.
results, not petty bickering.
Anybody who has a
not
saying that is circular
excuses. Now,
is probably trying to sell you something and full of bullshit.
Yes,
Just
of course.
just
My
saying.
apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course.
Oh,
That guy was the
yeah.
bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
And who the
I
frick
beg
are
your pardon,
you?
Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us?
I have no idea who this guy
We
is,
already
but he's a
know
major
three of the
asshole.
elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but
Okay.
nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This
So
will be
Syria.
our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come
This
to
is just
nothing.
ridiculous.
With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition.
I'm
the
sure
next
you
time we
will.
meet. It will be to become the princess of this world.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, they're egomaniac idiots that just... Seriously. They are fucking loons. Okay, so this looks like a prime spot for
The
that.
tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Uh-huh. And then we need the gem.
The light falling from above struck the gem and
Marie.
scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B.
Uh-huh.
Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Syria, maybe? I
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their
Neo-Templars.
meeting in the catacombs.
Idiots.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys
Insane
masquerading as
kids.
Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way
Well,
to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars.
Yeah.
They're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
And he was going to hand the manuscript
How
off
does he
to
hope to find the
Nico.
I don't know. They said something
Because
about
of her
a land
father, I'm
and
assuming?
a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You
But
see,
we
after they'd
did,
gone,
'cause
I
we're
discovered
smart.
A stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem
Just so
split the beam
just so happens
and
it was
lit the
daytime.
letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria. You're not thinking
Really?
of yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds
True.
me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Of course. So, alright, so
Do
we
you
need
think
to
I
go...
should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Yes, yes it is. But I'm determined. So yes, we need to go to Syria. A few hours, just a few hours to get from Paris to Marib, Syria. Hi, guy.
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English? Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, see, and indeed we, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nietzsche.
Nice.
Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Why, thank you.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is
Right.
Metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
Okay,
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything.
I know.
When I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are
Well,
you serious?
In
that's...
deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hordes of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Does the word Templar...
Templar. Ah, Templar.
Yes.
Templar. Why,
Yes.
yes, of course.
It does? What?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Charteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The
There's-
Saint television program.
Yes.
Featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow. And a stick man with a halo. Bing!
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think
No.
I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
That's the problem with,
Here, shake hands, Nijo.
I'd rather not, sir.
why not?
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir.
No
I
problem.
learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh,
Procured.
a language course.
No, sir.
I never...
Jeeves and Wooster. Gussie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
So all Templar means to you is...
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
Seriously,
Would you-
do you really think this thing...
Take it away, you tempter.
I'll swap it for something off your stand.
Due to seasonal financial considerations, I'm afraid I cannot.
I thought you
Ah.
wanted this thing.
I do, sir. The stand doesn't.
Which in translation meant it's not really my stand, and I'll be in big trouble if I swap anything for something that I want myself.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Is there any service that you require?
Not at the moment, but I'll bear it in mind.
Okay, so
So long,
yes.
Nijo.
We have to find something for him to do in order for him to be willing to take the ball. And I remember we need that statue that's up there.
The stallholder's face wasn't a great ad for running a kebab stand. In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. The stand had kebabs dangling from the
Okay.
can. As a marketing device, it...
Alright, so, and there's the tapestry of the carpet that has the same the same emblem as the matchbook, which means that's probably where we need to use the matchbook. But that is going to have to wait until another time, because we are all out of time. As always, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio! This game takes you to an alien planet that is virtually nothing but ocean depths. The wonderful types of life available and the ability to build a base. Wowie! I feel so informed. I think we're ready for step 2.